Today, state legislators will hear firsthand from cancer patients and survivors during Cancer Action Day about why they're now demanding that lawmakers prioritize improving access to cancer care. Here for you now to explain further is 6 News reporter Ray Sherman.
Cancer survivors and healthcare advocates will come together at the state capitol today to urge lawmakers to pass legislation that they say will reduce the burden of cancer in Michigan.
They're just talking one-on-one to other people who probably have been, the elected officials have probably been affected by cancer as well, because unfortunately it is, it's prevalent. Everybody's probably been touched by this disease.
This year, officials say they want to ask lawmakers to improve access to care through copay accumulator legislation. They will also ask lawmakers to support Governor Whitmer's increase in funding for the state's programs that address tobacco use.
And so we're hoping that they keep that $5 million in their budget. And then we're also going to be talking about a House bill. 4719 is, we call it the copay assistance bill. So we want to make sure that when a pharmaceutical company or a nonprofit offers assistance to people who are struggling to pay for their prescription drugs, because that can be very expensive when you have cancer or any other kind of rare disease, that when they're given that assistance, that goes to their deductible.
According to officials, over 64,000 Michiganders will be diagnosed with cancer, and over 21,000 are expected to die from the disease. Molly Meddenblick, Government Relations Director for the American Cancer Society Action Network, says she believes the individual stories that people share are the most influential part when asking the legislators for help.
So everyone has their own individual story and how they've been affected by cancer, family, friends, loved ones, and so they get to tell their legislators, hey, here's how this piece of legislation will actually affect me.
The gathering will take place today from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Here for now in Lansing, Ray Sherman, 6 News.